classic. Oh, hey, how are you guys doing? We're back with another video. It is summertime in Maryland, specifically St. Mary's County. That's where I am now and have been my entire life. Summertime, that means crabs, that means fried fish, seafood, beer, all that good stuff. So today we're making crab cake nuggets with, on the side, which is gonna be a different video, but I'm gonna put it in this video, Thrasher's French fries on the side. Maryland crab cakes. They're the best crab cakes you can get in the entire world. Everywhere other than Maryland, they put corn. That's weird. Don't do that. I'm going to make them into little bite-sized nuggets because I feel like chicken nuggets are the best. Crab cakes are top tier. Why not blend the two together? So, let's go over the ingredients. A proper pound of lump crab meat. We've got a half a cup of panko breadcrumbs. I don't know, about like a quarter cup of fresh chopped parsley, another quarter cup of finely diced celery, 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, about a tablespoon and a half of Dijon mustard, 2 whole eggs, some Worcestershire sauce. We're gonna just dash it in, I don't really know. Salt and pepper to taste, and obviously the number one thing, Old Bay seasoning. I'm not gonna give you a specific amount, just know that whatever you put, it's not enough. And that's pretty much all you really need. Honest to goodness, Maryland crab cakes. So in a larger bowl, we're going to combine all the ingredients except for the crab. The crab is delicate, you don't wanna break it apart and make it all minced. First thing, eggs. And we're gonna whisk those up. Throw our mayonnaise in here. We're gonna throw a Dijon mustard. Our celery is gonna go in there. Parsley, I don't wanna add all the parsley. It looks like I cut too much. That's good. All right, so I'm gonna mix this up. She's looking right. Once that's fully incorporated, we can add other stuff. You could have added it before, but I got really overzealous and decided I wanted to start mixing it there. All right, we're gonna throw the panko in. Salt to taste. I'm just gonna sprinkle some salt and pepper in. Don't put too much, because the Old Bay is salty. The Old Bay, we're gonna razzle dazzle it, all right? I'm thinking that's probably a tablespoon. Let's do another pass through. I'm gonna mix this up. This is the exact same crab cake recipe in one of my other videos, which is crab cake egg rolls. If you have not watched it, go back and watch it because it's a great film. All right, there we go. That's completely incorporated. And that's all of our stuff. You know what? Hold up. You know how hard this stuff was to find back in like, I don't know, like last year? Couldn't find it anywhere. They were selling these bottles for like $15. And now they're $3 and they're everywhere. It's Old Bay hot sauce. I'm gonna just add a couple dashes because why not? A couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce. All right, cool. Now we're gonna mix this bad boy up, get all that stuff, incorporate all the flavors together. Now it's time to take our beautiful 1 pound of crab meat, throw it in here, right? Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold it with all the sauce we just made. You're not gonna beat it to death. You gotta fold it delicately. Crab meat's very delicate. You don't wanna mess it up. It's important that you get those chunks in there or else everyone's gonna make fun of you and say that your crab cakes suck. So we're just gonna fold. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Everybody has their own crab cake recipe. Just know that this one is probably the best one. Look at this. If you can go like this and you can just see nothing but crab, you know it's real life. We're gonna start making the crab cake nuggets and put them on a tray. So let me find a tray. All right, so we got a really nice baking tray. Thank you, Myra. We don't have the dusty ones anymore. They're brand new and clean. And then I got some parchment paper. Take a little parchment, and then we're gonna make these into decent sized balls. All right, so all you gotta do, we're gonna just take a little bit of the crab mixture. Just gonna make them into little meatballs, pretty much. Is that too big? No, that's decent. We're just gonna lay them out on the cookie sheets. Nothing too crazy. All right, we might, yeah, that seems like a better size. This is a little bit too big, but whatever. Also, while you're forming these, just be delicate. It's not cookie dough, and you'll just mash it up if you're not like being real delicate with it. Okay, that's gonna be our first 6, and then we're gonna make another 6 that are gonna be beer battered. So the reason that I'm putting it on a baking sheet is because we're gonna put it in the fridge, because if you could see how like loose this is, I want it to be a little more firm. So we're actually gonna form them into crab cake balls, crab cake nuggets. Then we're gonna put them in the fridge so that they tighten up a little bit. And then we're gonna make the beer batter and the sauce to go along with it while they cool off. All right, so normally with like crab cakes or hush puppies or something, there's a sauce, so I'm making a random one so that you can understand that sauces are random. So what do we have here? We got the Worcestershire sauce again, a little bit of that. I'm gonna use some of the Old Bay hot sauce because it goes with the theme of what we're doing, and it's hot sauce. I got a little Dijon mustard, mayonnaise, a lemon. Ooh, I'm gonna chop up one of these spicy Clausen pickles, which by the way, probably the #1 best pickle ever in the world. This right here. If you can find them, try them out. I'm gonna go ahead and take one of these bad boys out. Okay, so I'm gonna try and chop this up in a decent fashion. If you can find dill relish, I would use dill relish. You just need like finely chopped pickles pretty much. If you say you like sweet pickles, you're weird and I just don't agree with you. Pretty much some dill pickle relish. I'll chop it up a little bit more. That works. It's one pickle. We're gonna throw that into the bowl. And this is all freestyle right now. We're just gonna eyeball it. Mayonnaise. That looks good. Mustard. We're gonna do probably like a teaspoon of that. Hot sauce. We need a decent amount. A couple dashes of the Worcestershire sauce. 1, 2, about a couple. And we're gonna take a lemon. Do one of these bad boys. Cut off a little bit of that. Squeeze it in. Whisk it up. All right. Let's see what this sauce is about. That's pretty good. We're gonna keep it at that. That's good. So after thinking about it, the sauce needed 2 more things. A little bit of garlic powder. All right, so just a touch, and a little bit of onion powder. There was a missing taste, and I knew it was something. Let's see now. There it is. That's the flavor that it was missing. All right, for the beer batter, let's go for a simple beer batter. Get a bowl. Got 1 cup of all-purpose flour, any kind of flour you got, it doesn't matter. You're gonna throw that bad boy in there. And then you would add a beer. We use a little bit less than this. And that would be your beer batter, but we're gonna add different things into it. We have our flour. I'm gonna salt it a little bit. We always wanna season it up. We're gonna throw a little Old Bay in it because it's, and why not? A little garlic powder, a little onion powder, a little hot sauce. Just throw some in there. And then your beer, which I'm using a Sweetwater 420 IPA. I drink beer sometimes, okay? I know I'm constantly drinking these. It's because they're light, they're low in calorie. But I do occasionally drink actual beer. Just, it's too heavy. Like, I can't drink this all the time. We're gonna go ahead and get ourselves a whisk. And we're just gonna throw that in there like that. And I'm just gonna mix this up. You can use any beer you want. I used about, like I said, it's about right there. So I'd say from a half a beer to a little bit more than half a beer. That's what you want. It doesn't matter what beer you use. This is good. As long as it looks like this, you're good. We have our beer batter, but before that we have to dredge it in a flour mixture. So here I got about a half cup of flour. We're gonna throw a little garlic powder, a little onion powder, and of course, a little Old Bay. We don't need that much stuff. I mean, the beer batter is good, the crabs is good, seasoning wise, everything, but we want everything to be seasoned up. Every aspect of it have a little seasoning in it. All right, so we just took these out of the freezer. I actually took them from the fridge, put them in the freezer because the fridge wasn't doing anything, so we had it in the freezer for like 30, 45 minutes. You don't want them to be rock solid frozen. You just want them to be like able to pick them up. So if you freeze them a little too long, then it's gonna cook the outside and it's gonna be frozen on the inside. You don't want that, just to keep them firm so that when you batter them, they don't fall apart, pretty much. We got our deep fryer set to 320 to 325. So we're gonna batter these up. You're gonna take your crab nugget, we're gonna throw it around in the flour. People talk about wet hand, dry hand. Let me tell you something. It doesn't actually work, it's all a lie. All right, so we got our dry hand, I'm gonna throw it in the wet. I'm gonna use my wet hand, and guess what? I got flour all over my hand and stuff. It doesn't matter. So very delicately, we're gonna throw this into our deep fryer bowl. And what you wanna do, if you're battering these, is right when you throw it in, move it around a little bit, because it will stick to the to whatever you have. Whether that be this basket, or if you're using a Dutch oven, it'll stick to the bottom of that. I'm gonna keep flouring these bad boys up, our seasoned flour, into the beer batter, and then into the deep fryer. The reason you do flour and then the beer batter is obviously because the flour allows the beer batter to stick to the crab ball. We have a wire rack with a paper towel on it so that when they're done, we're gonna throw them on here so they can drain. Then we got these last 5. I'm gonna deep fry these as is when those are done, so they're not gonna be battered. We're gonna see which ones are better. See, I keep moving it around so that they don't stick to the basket, which they will do, and that sucks because it rips it apart. So those are good, but also, I don't know if I said it before, the beer batter that I made was too thick, so I added more beer, and now it's that consistency. It's a lot thinner, and it's good for this, for like crab cakes and crab balls and stuff like that, because if it's too thick, what we saw earlier, I dunked it in, and it just ripped the whole crab cake apart because the batter was too thick. Now it's thin enough, it's good to go. It's still like a pancake batter. It's still thick, but it's not too thick. You don't get to see the mistakes I make. I just tell you about them. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's check them out. Let's see what we got here. All right. Oh my gosh, they look fantastic. This is the color I want. Not too dark. They are crisp. I guarantee they're cooked all the way through. They're not sticking to anything. So I have my wire rack. We're gonna transfer them to that so they can, dry off a little bit, get some of that oil off of them. So these are the 5 with the batter. We're gonna go with the ones without the batter. Basket's gonna go down because I don't want them to stick to it. And I'm just gonna drop these bad boys in. And as I'm dropping it, I'm moving this basket. If you're using a pot or like a Dutch oven, get a slotted spoon and move them around because you don't want them to stick. Look at that. And they should be done faster because these aren't breaded or anything, so we're just gonna see what it's like. Crab balls. Wow, if you can tell, they're done and they look fantastic. They're crispy, they're browned up nice, they're not overly cooked. You just gotta keep your eye on them, that's all it is. Look at them, they look great. I'm gonna plate these up now, make them look really good, and we're gonna try them out with the sauce we made, so let's do it. All right, and there it is, okay? You disregard this one that we broke open for photos, but it looks fantastic. We got our regular fried crab nuggets, and then we got our beer battered crab nuggets, our boardwalk fries that our next video, next week, next Monday, it's gonna be out, boardwalk fries, aka Thrasher's fries. Good, got our sauce, a little lemon wedge, a little fancy lemon wedge on the end. There it is. Let's crack one of these bad boys open. So, that. All right, that's nothing but crab. There's a little bit of panko in there just to hold it together. Got nothing but crab right there. These are actually really hot. Okay, so we're dipping it into this magical Colossus dill pickle sauce I made. Seeing what it's about. Oh, so hot. Man. They're so good. They're so good. It's like being on vacation in Ocean City. Eating. This would be like $25. All right. This meal right here itself, $25. You add on Thrasher's fries, easily $1,000 dinner. That's all I gotta say. Easily. Simple. Gotta try the regular ones that are not the breaded. These are the breaded ones. These are not the breaded ones. Here we go. I'm gonna crack that bad boy open. That one looks just as delicious because you wanna know why? It is just as delicious. We're gonna try this one also. See, that's the only problem. The beer battered ones, I could dip. These ones are falling apart because there's no structure to it. Doesn't matter though. Just as good. I think I actually like the breaded ones a little bit more than just the regular. That means something. That beer batter, that seasoning on the beer batter, gives it a little more food structure to it. I don't know. Let's put a little Heinz malt vinegar on these boardwalk fries since I didn't do it before. Let's go. In the sauce. Ha! Ha! Delicious. If you make this, I promise you, you're gonna love it. Promise. I swear to God. Yep. Elevated. That's top tier. Anyway, make this. Tell me what you think about it. Like I said, the Thrasher's Fries video will be up next weekend. Try it out. Let me know. Comment. Tell me if it was good. Tell me if it's trash. Tell me if I did something wrong. Whatever. Just comment. I appreciate it. Subscribe. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers, so let's go. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.